This week's top 10 video won't be a countdown like every Saturday, but rather a look back at People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
Sexiest man alive.
In this week's video, I'm taking a look back at the Sexiest Man Alive from 1985 to 1994.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Mel Gibson had the honor of being crowned People magazine's first Sexiest Man Alive back in 1985. Gibson had started building a promising career and dazzled movie audiences as both an action star in the first several Mad Max franchise movies, as well as in more dramatic roles like in The Year of Living Dangerously and The Bounty, amongst others.
Responsibility to portray humanity
Right.
in a certain way. In what way?
I don't know, but if we see a Mad Max, for instance, as a hero, this an image of the 20th century.
He was a Hollywood leading man in the making, and fans and readers just couldn't get enough of him. I guess readers were hungry for more after seeing him in the 1984 issue of Playboy magazine. I realized during editing that I said Playboy magazine instead of Playgirl magazine. Please don't crucify me in the comments. He was only on the cover of Playgirl magazine, but I bet there were a lot of readers that wished that he had a photo shoot to go along with the cover shoot.
Yeah, you're in the water and you're running around a hell of a lot and all that.
Oh, physically. Oh. Well, we had a long time to prepare for it and get fit. There was exercises and running and eating the right things and getting some weight off so I could look like an athlete. I was kind of porky before that.
Harmon won the title in 1986 when he was one of television's biggest stars thanks to his role as Dr. Robert Caldwell on the medical drama St. Elsewhere. He had roles in several TV series back in the 70s, and to be perfectly honest, he was already in the running for the title way back in the 1970s.
Lab says that the spots are symptoms of a toxic infection.
When he was younger, a lot of people often thought that he looked a lot like Ricky Nelson, and some newspapers even misidentified him as the brother of Ricky Nelson, though they probably weren't that far off because he and Ricky Nelson were actually brothers-in-law.
You know, I've been a beer drinker for a bunch of years. Like you, I've seen a lot of beer commercials. There's one beer that people loved before it was even advertised. You see, Coors was kind of the beer at my folks' place.
Hamlin got his big screen break with a starring role in the 1981 Greek mythology fantasy epic Clash of the Titans, in which he wore some revealing outfits, much to the delight of gay fans. And what was more surprising was the fact that he starred in the gay romance movie Making Love the following year. Whichever movie was the one to introduce you, I'm pretty sure we all had a crush on Hamlin back in the day. Hamlin was one of the stars of the hit legal drama LA Law when he was crowned the Sexiest Man Alive in 1986.
Well, any comment on our strategy would be premature.
Except to say that we're going to show that she didn't do it.
The modest actor told People magazine, "Certainly, when I look in the mirror, I don't get turned on." Come on, Mr. Hamlin. I think your mirror was broken. JFK Jr. was the first non-professional actor to win the Sexiest Man Alive title. He was still a law student at the New York University School of Law when he was crowned with the title in 1988. He had ticked off every box when it came to being the ultimate pin-up boy. He had the physique, the charisma, deep dark eyes, and a personality that was unmatched. People, not just the magazine, were fascinated with the handsome young man. He had something that no actor, singer, or athlete could duplicate. An aura of excitement that charges a room when he entered it, simply by being a Kennedy.
You must be my new secretary.
Oh, Murphy, hi!
At the age of 59, Sean Connery became the oldest man to be crowned with the title of being People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. Connery helped out backstage at the King's Theatre in late 1951 in an attempt to supplement his income while starting his acting career. His first acting credit was as an uncredited extra in 1954's The Lex and Spring starring Errol Flynn.
And you didn't answer.
I don't want you to leave me. We'll find a way out of this.
But to most people he will always be James Bond, as he was the first actor to ever portray the character in 1962's Dr. No. Of the 6 actors who played James Bond, he was the only one, like Bond, who served in the Royal Navy. He had a successful acting career that spanned over 6 decades, and for the majority of his movies, He wore a hairpiece because he started to go bald at the age of 17. I feel your pain, Sean Connery. I started my hair loss at the tender age of 19. Tom Cruise became a bankable star with his roles in the massively successful movies like Risky Business, Top Gun, Rain Man, Color of Money and Born on the 4th of July. He was a star on the rising with great things waiting for him in Hollywood, despite his humble beginnings. In my personal opinion, his best role from his early movies was in 1985's Legend. But I guess no matter who you are, you probably have your favorite Tom Cruise movie. Everyone was fascinated with him at some point or another, and I think it was the look that he always had in his eyes. Rain Man co-star Valerie Golino told People magazine that the actor's most mesmerizing attribute was his eyes. Not the color, his regard, the way he looks with them. They are very alive.
Different than anything I've ever done. I mean, it's a role that really has a wide range of, spanning time, emotion. I had to go through a lot of things on screen and off screen.
Now I had the time of my life.
Patrick Swayze was already a big star when the 1980s came to a close, but it was his role in the 1990 romantic drama Ghost that garnered him a big following. At the time of its release, Ghost was the third highest grossing movie of all time. Swayze's big break in the film industry came by appearing in 1983's The Outsiders as the older brother of C. Thomas Howell and Rob Lowe. But it was 1987's Dirty Dancing that made him an overnight sensation and the secret crush of so many young fans. It's a bit of a shame that he had to wait so long to be crowned with the title, but a win's a win and we're glad Swayze got the recognition he deserved.
You know, like the love scene stuff, it's the sweetest, sexiest love scenes I've ever been involved with. And I think the reason for that is we were very passionate about not having the love scenes be about sucking face and jumping each other's bones.
Nick Nolte had probably one of the best reactions when he found out he was crowned the sexiest man alive in 1992. His reaction simply was, "Are you sure you didn't make a mistake?" That's what I love about this annual tradition of People magazine. It isn't just about looks. They take various factors into consideration when crowning somebody the sexiest man alive. Not only is he a ruggedly good-looking man, he is one of the most complex actors in Hollywood. Battling alcoholism and a convicted felon, this actor worked hard to make it in Hollywood. Believe it or not, Nolte was a model in the late 1960s as well as in the early 70s, before appearing in 40 movies in a career that spans over 5 decades. 1993 was a very strange year for the coveted award. Instead of naming a sexiest man alive, people named Hollywood power couple Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford the sexiest couple alive. But for this list, we're only going to take a look at Richard Gere. The first time I saw Richard Gere was in 1992's final analysis. But he already built up an impressive resume of movies before then. The movies that ultimately made him a star, Days of Heaven, released in 1978, American Gigolo, released in 1980, and An Officer and a Gentleman, released in 1982, were all turned down by John Travolta. His loss was our gain, I guess.
I prefer all the way.
Richard Gere played a male prostitute in American Gigolo, and as such, there was quite a bit of full frontal nudity, a first for a major Hollywood actor. He has been credited as being the first mainstream male Hollywood actor to do full frontal nudity in a movie. And yet, he toned it down for the Playgirl magazine.
That night I met you at the hotel. I was with a woman. Somebody's mother.
Technically, nobody was crowned sexiest man alive in 1994. However, in 2015, the magazine righted that wrong and retroactively handed Keanu Reeves the title. 1994 saw Keanu Reeves star in Speed, one of the most explosive movies of the decade. And he had quite a few hearts fluttering throughout the movie. There was always just something alluring about Keanu Reeves, who's a private person and doesn't like to be the center of attention. Something that just added to the mystery that is Keanu Reeves.
Watch the road. Should have been a pilot.
Ow.
He has been considered as one of the kindest and most humble people in Hollywood, often donating to various causes and helping others in need. Now, if his generosity doesn't warrant him being crowned with this title, then I don't know what does. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click like and subscribe. That way you'll stay up to date as soon as I post a new video. I post new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. For a similar video to this one that I specifically picked out for you, click on this link or try the YouTube suggestion.